Oke, start ya guys. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. What's up guys? Welcome to the ELT podcast with me, your favorite host, Siti Nurfadilah. This is a podcast that will discuss how literature is in the story of Cinderella, one of the most famous beautiful princess on Disney. If you are new to literature, you are in the right place. So I can't wait to introduce our narrasumbers today who will share interesting information about literature. Yeah, here there is Miss Dea and Miss Tia from Cirebon who will share information for all of us at this ELT podcast. So, how are you today, Miss Dea and Miss Tia?
Alhamdulillah, good. How about you, Bila?
Yes, I'm fine too, thank you. So, is your fast going well today?
Yes. Inshallah. And you?
Okay. I hope your fast is going well today, so both of you can sharing with us for the cool information. Well, Miss Dea and Miss Tia, before you start to answer the question, I wanna tell the synopsis of Cinderella narrative story. It's just synopsis because the full text already shared in our group chat. Aku bacain ininya dulu ya, sinopsisnya.
Oke.
Diperbolehkan?
Ya, silakan.
Okay, the synopsis of Cinderella story. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Cinderella. She lived with her stepmother and two stepsisters. The stepmother and sisters was conceited and bad-tempered to her. They treat Cinderella very badly. Her stepmother made Cinderella do the hardest works in the house, such as scrubbing the floor, cleaning the pot and pan, and preparing the food for the family. The two stepsisters, in the other hand, didn't work about the house. Their mother gave them money going to give at the palace. They were excited about this and spent so much time to choosing the dress they would wear. At last, the day of the ball came and away went the sisters to it. Cinderella could not help crying after had left. "Why are crying, Cinderella?" a voice asked. She looked up and saw her fairy godmother standing beside her. Cinderella said, "Because I want so much to go to the ball," said Cinderella. "Well, you've been such a cheerful, hardworking, uncomplaining girl that I'm going to see that you do go to the ball," said the godmother. Magically, the godmother changed a pumpkin into a fine coach and mice into a coachman and two footmen. Her godmother tapped Cinderella's red dress with her band, and it became a beautiful ball gown. Then she gave her a pair of pretty glass slippers, sepatu kaca. "Now, Cinderella, you must leave before midnight," said the godmother. Then away she drove in her beautiful coach. Cinderella was having a wonderfully good time. She danced again and again with the king's son, and suddenly the clock began to strike 12. She ran toward the door as quickly as she could. In her hurry, one of her glass slippers was left behind. A few days later, the king's son proclaimed that he would marry the girl whose feet fit the glass slipper. Her stepsister tried on the slipper, but it was too small for them. No matter how hard they squeezed their toes into it. In the end, the king's son page let Cinderella try on the slipper. She stuck out her foot and the page slipped the slipper on it. It fit perfectly. Finally, she was driven to the palace, and the king's son was overjoyed to see her again. Then they were married and lived happily ever after. Okay, well, Miss Dea and Miss Tia. I've prepared the question for you all, for you. So, are you ready to answer the question?
Yes,
About this creative. Wait. Okay, the first question is, For I wanna choose one of you. Maybe Miss Dea. Are you there, Miss Dea?
Yeah. I'm here.
So the question for you: what is the purpose delivered by the author?
I think the author wants us to be good people like Cinderella.
Miss Tia setuju nggak? The author wants us.
Yeah, I'm agree with the answer. Dila.
Yeah, me too. Because Cinderella is very good, good girl.
Yeah, good girl.
Yeah, that's right.
Next question.
Okay.
Atau masih mau dibahas? Next question is for deng 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 deng. For Miss Tia. So
Yeah.
the question is about literature. What kinds of verbs mostly appear in the story?
Okay, I think there's some type of verb which appear in the story. There is a regular verb and irregular verb. Regular verb like live, change, dance, married, and irregular verb like gave, came, went, leave, drove. That's my answer.
Miss Dia, setuju nggak? Gimana ya? Regular verb. Aku masih bingung. Regular verb itu apa bedanya sama irregular verb?
Kalau irregular verb itu misalnya give, gave, given ya. Ada verb satu. Ya, kalau misalnya regular itu tinggal tambahin ed di belakang atau d gitu.
So, can you please give the example of sentence? Use verbs.
Okay, I will give example of regular verb and irregular verb. First, example of regular verb. The first, she dance again and again with the king's son. Regular verbnya itu dance. And the second example there is they were married and live happily ever after. Regular verbnya itu married. And example of irregular verb there is the first example, you must leave before midnight. Irregular verbnya itu leave. And the second example of irregular verb, then away she drove in her beautiful coach. Irregular verbnya itu drove.
Oke, I see. Miss Dia, apakah ingin menambahkan atau memberikan tanggapan?
Cukup, Miss. Terima kasih.
Oke, kita beralih ke next question.
Yeah.
Okay.
This question is for Miss Dea. So, what kinds of adjective mostly appear in the story?
Okay, guys. I found the adjective that appear most often in Cinderella story is the word beautiful.
Beautiful. Can you please give the example of the sentence in the text?
For an example, ya, Miss. For an example, I will buy a nice and beautiful dress for each of you.
Miss Tia bisa ngasih contoh satu lagi nggak? Ada tuh di awal paragraf. Maybe.
Adjective.
In the synopsis. Yeah, in the synopsis.
She lived with her stepmother.
Yeah. Yeah, I
right?
think that's
Bener gak, Miss Dila?
yeah, it's right. So can we move to the next question?
Okay,
The next
please.
question. The next question is for Miss Tia. The question is, what kinds of adverbs mostly appear in the story?
I think the adverb we commonly hear in this story is adverb of manner.
So can you please give example about adverbs of manner from the story?
Okay, there is some example. The first, suddenly the clock began to strike 12, and the second example, they treat Cinderella very badly, and the last example, live happily ever after. Jadi adverb of manner itu yang belakangnya itu ada kata ly. Itu.
Gimana Miss Dea tanggapannya?
Setuju sama jawabannya Miss Tia tadi. Seperti itu.
Oke. Berarti kata sifat yang ada ly-nya ya. Happy, is it happy adjective or adverb?
Adjective, happy.
Adjective. But if we add ly in the end of the word, it become adverbs ya.
Yeah, happily. That adverb of manner.
Okay, so we will move to the next question to Miss Dea. So the question is, what kinds of tenses mostly appear in the story?
Tenses which commonly appear in the story is past tense because this type of story is narrative text.
I see. Narrative is also how to say, kejadiannya terjadi di masa lampau ya, Miss.
Yeah.
So, please give us example about the past tense.
Okay, I have two example. The first example is she gave her pair of pretty glass slippers. And second example, Cinderella could not help crying after they had left.
Miss Tia, bisa jelaskan tidak apa perbedaan dari example yang pertama sama example yang ketiga dari bentuk kalimatnya?
Oke, jadi kalau yang pertama itu dia positif, jadi pakainya si gave her kan verb 2 ya, subjek verb 2 dan adverb. Iya kan ya? Adverb of apa tuh berarti?
Okay.
Maybe object or complement.
Ya, object of complement. And the second itu negative sentence karena ada not.
Okay.
Itu.
Masih. Ya, thank you for Miss Tia sudah menjelaskan karena saya masih bingung. Mungkin teman-teman yang nonton juga ada sedikit kebingungan apa itu kalimat positif, apa itu kalimat negatif, but Miss Tia can explain to us. Thank you. So we move to the next question for Miss Dea. Miss Tia, I'm sorry. When we compare the number of imperative sentence, question sentence, and statement sentence, which one mostly appeared and which one less?
Okay, I think the story not include imperative sentence because the story looks like written by someone and there is no quotes from some characters of the story. There is one question sentence and statement sentence.
So please tell me the example of question sentence and statement sentence.
Okay. For question sentence, there is why are crying Cinderella? Jadi tanda tanya itu question itu bertanya. And statement sentence is you must leave before midnight. Jadi pernyataan gitu sih, kalimat pernyataan seperti itu. Yang kedua, statement sentence.
Ya, itu yang ngomong Ibu Peri ya.
Iya.
The Godmother.
Iya.
Why are crying Cinderella? Kenapa kamu menangis Cinderella?
Iya.
So, Miss Dea ada ini nggak? Ada tanggapan? Atau
Jadi kalau question sentence itu pertanyaan ya. Terus kalau statement sentence itu lebih ke kayak kalimat ini ya, kalimat yang sudah jelas gitu.
Betul.
oh, okay. Thank you for our narasumber. So guys, we move to the next question. This is for Miss Dea. The question is, what kinds of language features mostly appeared in the story?
The language feature which commonly appear in the story is colloquial language because this language refers to an informal approach in language like relax for tell the story.
Well, the language feature which commonly appear colloquial language. I didn't get about colloquial language, but maybe Miss Dea can give us the example of that.
I can. Okay. For example, one day the two stepsisters received an invitation to the ball that the king's son was going to give at the palace. Okay, done.
Okay, thank you for the example. So guys, Miss Dea, do you have how to say tambahan about what is that language features?
Nothing. That enough.
Enough. Okay. So we move to the last question. The last nih guys. The question is for Miss Dea. According to you, what are the message in the story and what things can influence the readers of the audience or the audience?
Okay. We must persevere in the face of all the difficult we face, and we must continue to hope and pray for those we have control over, because everything will be beautiful in its time.
Ya, ini ada quotes-nya nih. Because everything will be beautiful in its time. Katanya semua akan indah pada waktunya, guys. So we must continue to hope, to pray, because everything will be beautiful in its time. Dan setelah badai pasti akan ada pelangi. Is it true?
Yeah, true.
Miss Dea, ini udah pertanyaan terakhir. And Miss Dea, do you have tambahan atau masukan saran untuk podcast kita ke depannya? Atau apa gitu? Sebelum kita tutup.
I think podcast ini sangat bermanfaat ya. Semoga teman-teman yang nonton bisa jadi pelajaran gitu. Good podcast.
Oke, ada lagi?
Udah, sangat tertarik mungkin semoga yang nonton ini bisa menambah pengetahuannya tentang materi literatur ini. Jadi nanti kalau misalkan mereka membaca cerita, jadi mereka tahu ini kalimat apa gitu.
That's right. Ya Allah, hebat banget narasumber kita hari ini. So guys, we come to the end of the podcast. Thank you for joining our first podcast. If you have any feedback about today's episode, tweet us at ELT Podcast or email to eltpodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Join us next time to get more knowledge. Thank you for listening. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you.